Hi, my name is Pam, and I'm with Product Reviews by Pam, and I'm doing a review for the V-Mate Brass Knuckle Lace Clutch that I was very fortunate to be asked to review. And they actually sent me two different ones, two different colors, which I'm really grateful for because I can see myself using these for a number of different occasions. I actually, when I agreed to do these, I was thinking, well, this is something I might give to my daughter, but she might be lucky to get one of them at this point because I'm actually in love with these. So I'm going to start, I'm going to push this one out of the way. I was sent the blue and the silver. You can see here the blue is a really beautiful shade of blue. So if you're into blue, this is the clutch for you. It's a really nice size. You can see I've got both hands here. It's a good size clutch. It's going to hold plenty of stuff. It's actually very solidly made. It comes with all these beautiful decorations across the top with all the different skulls, and there's all kinds of jewels in it. You got the large jewel here, you've got a couple for the eyes here, you got the eyes, the teeth, and even on top of the skull here. And there's actually, I believe, two little tiny ones in the skull that's on here. So if you're into skulls, this is also the clutch for you. And if you're not, I just think it's pretty cool, and I'm a 50-something-year-old grandmother, and I'm going to have a lot of fun rocking this clutch. So to open it, you pull the little clutch thing back. It's just a little lift there. It's got this nice little knob there to hold it in place. It's pretty roomy inside. They actually send it with this this little card holder. You can put money, credit cards, driver's license, stuff like that in there. I actually have something that in the other clutch that I'm going to show you in a minute that I'm actually using instead. But it's a nice touch for them to think of that. And then it's got a really nice, really long chain here that you can use for putting over your shoulder. Plenty long enough to put over your shoulder and have it sitting down near your waist. And as you can see inside, there's a ton of room in this thing. So I'm going to show you just what I have put into this to give you an idea of how much this will hold with this one here. I've got my key fob for my car, and it's a pretty hefty size key fob, so that's taken up a fair bit of room. My phone, a lipstick, because we always have to have a lipstick with us, and then this is a little mini wallet that I've been sent by another company that I have my driver's license in. You can see there. I have a credit card in the other side here. See if I can get to it. There you go. Actually, I put it in there. I put it there. Sorry. There's a credit card in here somewhere, and it's got some cash. There we go. There's the credit card there. So this holds everything nicely in place. So you can find these little micro wallets all over here on Amazon. And even though this is sort of a, pretty minimalist looking thing, I think for this kind of situation, it's perfect. So, you can see I have basically anything that I want for just going out, going out with the girls. And, you don't really need a lot. You need your money, you need your phone, you need your keys. You really don't need a lot more than that. So these purses hold a ton of stuff. Now for carrying it around, like I say, you've got this nice long chain. These little loops you can put on right there. They come down inside when you're not using the chain with it. And then the other thing is they've got this sort of brass knuckle type holder that you can use to hold the purse with. And the first thing that occurred to me when I decided that I was going to review these is that this could be a really useful purse when you happen to have to walk through an area of town that makes you a little bit nervous. Because if you think about it, if you go and you have your clutch and you've got your hands in here and you've got a good hand on this, anybody tries to attack you or whatever, you actually do have basically the equivalent of brass knuckles to try to defend yourself with. And so it's sort of, to me, actually quite functional to have these little brass knuckle finger holders. I've got a pretty large hand, and this finger, yes, is taking a little bit to get it in and out, but the rest of the fingers I'm finding are quite quite loose for me. And the other thing, of course, is when you're sitting around talking to your friends, it's sort of nice that you don't have to constantly really hold the clutch really strongly. You can just sort of have it in your hand and you don't have to think much about it. So that's a pretty good indication of how this clutch works. And like I say, I initially thought that I was going to be giving these away as gifts. Now, maybe one of my daughters is going to be lucky to get one of these, but right now, they're mine. So I hope you got something out of this review. If you did, I'd really appreciate it if you would give me a yes vote. And otherwise, thank you very much for listening.